am I the asshole for reading my mother's real diary at her funeral dinner after my half-siblings tried to kick me out? My mother passed away 3 weeks ago from pancreatic cancer. I, 27F, was her primary caregiver for the last 2 years of her life. Moved back home, quit my job, and handled every appointment and chemo session. My half-siblings, David 38M and Vanessa 35F, barely visited. They'd pop in once every few months for 20 minutes. Take a picture with mom for Facebook and leave. They always looked down on me because my father was a mechanic, while theirs was a wealthy surgeon. The day after mom died, before her body was even picked up by the funeral home, David and Vanessa showed up with a real estate agent. They handed me an eviction notice and told me I had 2 weeks to pack. David smugly said, "Mom left the house to us in her 2012 will. You've lived here rent-free long enough." I went into mom's bedroom to pack her things. While cleaning out her nightstand, I found a leather-bound journal she had kept during her final months. It was a detailed log of every time she reached out to David and Vanessa, and every cruel response they gave her. She wrote down how they refused to visit unless she paid for their gas, how Vanessa asked for her vintage jewelry while mom was in a hospital bed, and how David told her to hurry up and settle her affairs so he could buy a boat. Crucially, the final entry dated 3 weeks before hospice dated. She had signed a quitclaim deed, transferring the house entirely to me, placing her updated notarized will in her attorney's safe deposit box. I didn't say a word. I let them spend $15,000 of their own money on a lavish funeral dinner at a country club, purely so they could play dutiful children in front of everyone. At the dinner, with 60 relatives present, Vanessa stood up, cried forced tears, and said, "We're so glad we could carry the burden of mom's care when others couldn't." I walked up to the microphone with mom's journal and a legal envelope. I opened the journal and read 3 specific entries out loud, complete with dates, timestamps, and exact quotes of what they said to her while she was dying. The room went dead silent. David stood up, screaming at me to stop. I didn't. I pulled out the certified copy of the updated deed and read, "Mom's final note. To David and Vanessa, I leave nothing. You treated my illness like an inconvenience and my death like a payday. My home belongs entirely to my daughter, who actually loved me." Vanessa ran out crying. David tried to charge at me, but 2 uncles held him back and threw him out. Now my phone is exploding. Extended family says I gave mom ultimate justice, but my aunt calls me a monster for humiliating my siblings at a funeral. David and Vanessa are threatening to contest the will. Ada, for dropping the truth of the dinner. Or should I have handed them the papers in private?